Welcome to the IT Shed. In this video we're going to look at CS50 Python's Coke machine program. So this assignment wants us to create a Coke machine, and with the Coke selling at 50 cent. The machine will only accept coins in denomination of 25 cent, 10 cent and 5 cents. So the program will start out prompting the user for amount due, which is 50 cent, and then it'll sort coins one at a time. It'll inform the user of how much is left. So if it's 50 cent and you put in a 10 cent coin, it'll prompt the user, say there's 40 cent, and then another 10 cent coin, 30 cent. And it will give an indication of what change is owed, if any, at the end. So simple enough. We'll create a new directory called Coke. And we'll start a new file, coke.py. So first off, we need to narrow down what has to be done, and we do that in pseudocode. So first off, we need to set the price of the bottle of Coke, which in our case will be 50 cent. We're then going to keep looping until the price of Coke is 0, or the money owed is 0. So if the Coke starts off at 50 cent and 10 cent is added, then we're going to keep looping until that be 40. So if another 10 cent, it'll be 30, and then it'll be 20, etc. So we're going to prompt the user to insert the coin. We're going to check that the coin is valid, and we're going to calculate the change at the end. Let's start out by creating a variable called, say, amount due. We're going to set that to 50 cent. That's the initial price of the bottle of Coke, so the Coke is 50 cent. So the looping, we leave that for a few moments. Instead, we're going to prompt the user. So I'm going to use a print statement and an F string. Amount due. And I'm going to bring in the variable amount due using curly brackets. So this is going to print out to the screen amount due, and it's going to display the amount in the variable amount due, which will start with 50 cent, but it will keep decreasing as the user inputs coins. So we need to capture the coins that the user inputs. I'm going to create a variable called coin. I'm going to assign that to the integer of the input. Insert coin. So where are we so far? So the amount due is 50 cent, the price of the bottle of Coke. We're going to display this to the user. We're using the print statement along with an F string. So amount due is 50 cent. And then it's going to prompt the user to insert coin. It's going to change the string input to an integer and go to assign that value to the variable coin. Next, we're going to have to check that it's a valid coin. So the program wants us to input a 25 cent, a 10 cent or a 5 cent coin only. So if coin is equal to 5, or coin is equal to 10, or coin is equal to 25. So this is a simple way of just checking. If the coin is a 5 cent, or 10 cent, or 25 cents, then deduct that coin amount from the total that's still owed, which is money due. So amount due minus equal to coin. So what's happening here is, let's start from the beginning. We have amount due 50 cent. We display that information to the user using a print statement along with an F string. Amount due 50 cent. We prompt the user to insert a coin, which we make sure is an integer and not a string, and that is assigned to the variable coin. Then we just check if the coin is a 5 cent. Then deduct that 5 cent from the 50 cent. Or if the coin is a 10 cent, deduct the 10 cent from the 50 cent. Or a 25 cent, deduct that from the 50 cent. And then when it's 40 cent, it'll keep doing it. It'll keep updating the variable amount due the whole time until it gets to 0. Now I think this line of code is an excellent way of explaining, and even in your own mind, what's going on. But it's not the best way, it's not the most succinct way to write code. It would be better to clean it up, maybe to do if coin in a list that contains 5 cent, 10 cent, or 25 cent. So if the coin is in this list, which is 5, 10, and 25, then deduct it from amount due. So now I want to keep it looping. So remember up here, loop amount owed for Coke until it's 0. Okay, so for this we'll use a while loop. While amount due is bigger than 0. Now we're going to have to move everything else, but we're going to have to indent everything else. So while amount due is bigger than 0, parentheses screen, take the input from the user, check it, and do the deductions. So we'll see if it works. We'll test our code. Print amount due. Let's run it. Oh, I forgot the that's alright. So let's run it again. Insert coin. So amount due is 50 cents, insert coin, so 10 cents. Amount due is 40. I'm going to try 25. Amount due is 15. 5. Amount due is 10. Perfect. It's working so far. So now what have we got left to do? Calculate change. Okay, let's calculate the change. So we'll create a new variable called change owed. And we're going to assign that to amount due. And I'm going to print, again using an F string, change owed and I'm going to again call the variable change owed in curly brackets so that I can display it to the user. So let's try if this works. The amount due is 50 cent. So I'm going to put in 25 cent. So there's 25 cent owed. I'm going to put in 10 cent. So it's 15 cent owed. Now I'm going to insert another 25 cent. Oop, owed minus 10. Okay, it's working. I owe the user 10 cent. But let's try and clean this up a little bit. I want to keep this to an integer, get rid of the minus. There's a few ways of doing it, a few complicated ways of doing it, but the easiest way to do it is use a function, a Python function called absolute, which is ABS, absolute. So it'll just give the absolute amount owed. It'll take away the minuses or anything else that might mess up our change. The way to doing this is absolute is the function and put amount due into it. So absolute amount due. Now let's clear this and run the program again. Before we do that, we're going to get rid of our print statement up here that we had for testing purposes earlier, but this is not going to do us any favors. And let's run the program again. So amount due is 50 cent. It's our coin. I'm going to say 25. So 25 is owed. And I'm going to say 10. 15 is owed. And I'm going to go 25 again. Okay, change owed 10 cent. Perfect. So there's our program. Okay, before we go testing our code with CS50 to see if it works, I just want to show you one thing. We have to make sure when we're submitting our assignments that we copy the text as it is on the screen here. So that means changing ode. You change ode from a small o to a capital O. We then go back to CS50. We'll copy our check. Paste it in. Wait for it to do checks. Look for our GitHub password. And it will check to see that everything's working properly in our code. See all greens, so we have success. So thanks for joining me in this video. Hope it was educational, and we'll see you in the next one.